Good evening, THL, and welcome to Thursday Throwdown. My name is Dr. Fish. I will be your out for this evening, but enough from me. We have two excellent casters to lead you through tonight's Legacy quarterfinals match. We have Heat Shock and Danka's dad.
Hello. Good to be here.
Very good to be here. And when are you going to say who the second excellent caster is? I heard Heat Shock, and I'm still waiting.
No, it's you.
No, we heard. Oh, Danka's dad. We said that.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Nah. Well, anyway, we've already been having a throwdown behind the scenes here. Lots of impassioned debate about how this match could go, and it seems like we've got a real doozy on our hands.
Yeah, I love both of these guys. I'm really excited. I think they're both pretty creative and fun players to watch, so it should be a great series for the stream.
Definitely. I've got the privilege of playing against Justin in the regular season for Legacy, but not so much Lawful Dog. So Heat Shock, you're going to have to key me in on what Lawful Dog is going to be strong in and how they're going to approach the matchup.
Yeah, I haven't talked with him in a while, to be honest. But I definitely have watched him a bit in the past and talked with him in the past. And I think he's a good player. And I've seen him do some creative things before. So I think both the players, Justin likes to experiment. Sometimes he doesn't do it as much when there's an important match on the line, I will say. It seems like when the going gets serious, he'll take himself seriously. So we'll see what he brings today. I do know he loves his Miracle Priest. So
Yeah.
I do expect that out of the Priest class. And I think Lawful Dog has a bit fewer options to work with in terms of deck diversity. I think that he needs to kind of keep his Druid low to the ground, and his Warrior has not very many options outside of control. So we'll have to think about how he uses those classes, and if Justin tries to take advantage of that.
Yeah, and we'll see. I mean, even a class like Hunter that usually can struggle against Warrior still can sort of flip the script with a little bit of creative deck building. We've seen some people bring big beasts, and players like Hunter Ace have tuned the Quest Hunter to actually do pretty well against Warrior in a long value game. And with Kazak, go ahead, Heatshock.
Yeah, I think Quest Hunter, even without a specific build, does well into Warrior. I think they've got just the off-board damage is really there to really put the heat on, and the Warrior's control tools don't feel like just gaining armor doesn't necessarily get there with the damage that Hunter can end up putting out.
Definitely.
But he could even go aggro and get under that slower Druid if he thinks that's going to be a thing. So I do favor the Quest Hunter from Justin here. I think that would be a good choice if he wants to go that direction.
And I know that one's a favorite of his as well.
We were talking a little bit about shamans as well before the stream. Dad, what do you think is the shaman kind of direction that players will take in this series?
So I feel like Lawful Dog is pretty priced into burn against Justin's lineup. It just does really well into everything. And the only deck that I know of that really can kind of tech against that is Druid. But I think that I like burn into most builds of Hunter, Priest, and Shaman. And then for Justin, though, he has a lot more options. Like if he could go the burn route, that's always good. But there are other deck lists, and if he wants to pick on the Rogue or Warrior, like he could go with Bolner for Warrior, maybe for Rogue, do something more aggressive like Elemental. He can do anything. But I think we're going to get a better idea in a second because bans are in. So what do we have?
So we were just mentioning Shaman. Well, Lawful Dog has no Shaman. His Shaman has been banned, and Justin's Druid has been banned.
Oh boy,
that makes sense. I was expecting that Justin would lose his Druid with that Warrior present. You're really kind of worried about maybe that Warrior gets picked on with some slower strategies. So I think that makes a lot of sense. Justin, I wonder if he went Quest Shaman was my pick. I actually think he might bring Quest Shaman here. It has, I think, some very good tools against Warrior and can do well against some of the Shamans, although Burn is more difficult. If with the Shaman taken away, the Quest Shaman out of Justin even seems more likely. So we'll see.
Yeah, we will.
Right.
I think since Kazaku-san, that's tough, but who knows? I would love to see some good Quest Shaman gameplay.
Yep. So I've given the players the go-ahead to start. For those watching it on the stream, Justin Time will be first to spectate, and Lawful Dog will be on the top of your screens. Right.
Yeah. Looks like we're still waiting on them to queue up, maybe deciding how they want to open. Queue order is something I've always believed to be exceptionally important, especially in THL, where points matter. So good to see them taking their time with that. A lot of times you want to open with your stronger decks first, or something that beats your opponent's stronger decks. With that in mind, Justin might bring out something like the Shaman early, perhaps the Priest if it's his comfort pick. Hunter first seems maybe a little less likely, but if it's Quest Hunter, and we know those matchups could be very, very good, he might hold it back if it's the face.
All right. Well, it looks like our players are in the game, so we are going to get our answer in just a second.
Yep.
All right, and it is the Shaman into the Druid.
Alrighty.
And it looks like we're going to see Bolner for the Shaman archetype here, and we'll see a aggro taunt Druid from Lawful Dog.
Yeah, the aggro Druid makes a lot of sense. We were talking about how there's a lot of fear about getting these decks getting under you, with especially Hunter and Priest are very good at getting underneath the slower Druids. So this is probably the smart choice from Lawful Dog. But it seems like he went for the particularly fast taunt Druid build, not even the Beast synergy. So if a landslide turns up for Justin, I think Lawful may have a very hard time mounting a comeback from that point.
Are Bolnar Shamans playing landslide these days?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there could be a variety of options here.
Well, we
Without
see
a
the
good don't stand in
coin.
the fire is certainly a good clear as well.
Yes, and with the coin, that could be powerful, but Justin just mulligans and instead finds the gas. I think, though, that for Lawful Dog, this is a pretty tough matchup just because you really need to make sure that your aggro tools are ready and available and can get in under the Snowfall Guardian. So,
yeah, I think it only takes one clear, right? And it can be freeze, and do a clear sometimes even.
Yeah. Oh, we see the Drekthar. That's huge into the coin. Don't stand in the fire. Makes that seem a lot weaker coming up on turn 4.
Yeah, it brings up the possibility that there could be enough health on board to make that an incomplete clear.
Yeah.
But if you get Don't Stand in the Fire, we have a corrupted Dunk Tank behind that.
Exactly. A little bit of an awkward hand here from Lawful Dog. The Drekthar is a great pickup, but with no additional taunt minion for the Razor main, he just has to commit a Mark of the Wild and start chipping in.
Yep, looks like he's just starting to put damage on.
Yep. And Sleepbreaker comes in, and for Justin, these minions are pretty huge because they just represent more pressure that he can use to keep the Lawful Dog's board's health low and set up that Don't Stand in the Fire in 2 turns.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if we'll see the Trog here. Just start. We know Shaman likes to play its spells, so if we just start taking advantage of that now, it could be powerful.
The Trog Og Merchant seems just like a very nice line. And I just don't know, though, if Lawful Dog will choose to protect the Trog or use the Og Merchant to protect the 3/6 for a good trade. Well, we see that.
I think that makes sense. Prioritizing some board control here. It's always good.
Oh, Devolving Missiles is huge. You just have to go for it, right?
I think we just rip that now. Yeah, if we hit this 3/5, it's very good.
Well, the Trog is still not bad, though. That's a very solid outcome.
Yeah, it could be worse.
Yeah, if he missed everything, then could have been tough, but this Drekthar is going to be brutal.
It depends. There's certainly some cheap minions in this Druid deck. We don't expect 2 5/5s to come out of this necessarily, but
well, the board will certainly have over 10 health, and Razormane is pretty nice. Oof.
Yeah, we'll see. It looks like he's holding back the Annoyatron for now.
I'm not sure why personally. I think I would slam it.
Yeah, it's okay. I think I would have held it back.
Well, yeah, it's just tough to know. Like, I don't
know what it doesn't accomplish much in my mind, and we could get a composting later. Like, you're just all in on this board at this point.
Well, I think just in this matchup, you have to be. Because you have to win on board. You have to win through Snowfall Guardians, and just representing the Annoyatron seems like the best choice. And that was some great not standing in the fire. And I think this game is probably about over.
Yeah, no composting here means Druid just doesn't have cards for the rest of this game.
Yeah.
In all honesty, I mean, maybe if you can get a squirrel and put some nuts in your deck, then maybe you draw the nuts and play a composting. That's where I'm at in terms of ways to get back on the board, but there's not a lot.
Even if Lawful Dog draws the nuts, I don't think he can get out of this one.
Yeah.
He's gotta I think that like if he could choose to commit both these minions in hand, Dunk Tank comes out, GG. If he holds them back, then Sleepbreaker can just come out and pressure with the Wind Chill, and I think that will shore up the board. So,
right.
Justin
I don't think. Go ahead.
Justin even could just play the multicaster.
He could. I don't think we want to Let's deal with the board. I think the Dunk Tank is an appropriate response here. There's no minions. Let's just clean this up.
I wouldn't clean it up. I think we're going to see the multicaster. I trust Justin.
I don't know. I don't think there's anything there's nothing to be scared of from the Druid side if you clear this up. And then you always have a multicaster and a better board next turn.
Well, if you clear it up, though, I think that there are things to be scared of. Like, because you'd assume, right, that Justin figures there's no composting on the side and those have to be minions in hand. Lawful Dog would have slammed Arbor up any threatening card. So there's 14 damage has to come out of hand to kill Justin. And I think that Multicaster or Sleepbreaker Windchill's Primordial would do it. And he goes with the Multicaster option, draw 3 cards. And even just the Note Taker, Snowfall Guardian, I think it's a bit of a risk, definitely, but I like the calculated risk from Justin, and I think that it's really paid off here.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead. I think that was an unnecessary gamble.
All right,
we'll see. We have Note Taker, Dunk Tank now, which should be fine.
Yeah, and I think here Justin will show that. But yeah, looks like a convincing win from Justin to start us off. Circus Medic, so combos in hand except for Lightning Bloom. And
yeah, I don't think we need an OTK here. I think that the minion pressure will win.
Oh, sorry.
Snowfall Guardian is going to be quite large if Lawful does anything threatening.
Yeah, I mean, Justin could just Bolner Sleepbreaker. Like, there are so many options. Like, there's only one rush minion left in the deck. And Lawful Dog is going to do the smart thing and just hold on with, like, just keep waiting for that composting. So, yeah, even Circus Medic to heal here isn't too bad.
I kind of want to play the Bolnar. I don't know that it's dying.
Yeah.
Maybe that's silly. You could play...
We know in the booth that it is, but I don't think that it matters. Like, I just don't think there's, like, a good hit for Bolnar this turn, but I agree with you that it would be good to just get it down and threaten the pressure.
You get an extra 4 health out of it. Or you could just play Sleepbreaker and make a 3/2 that's more stats than the Bolnar represents.
Yep, Medic and Sleepbreaker will do the thing. If you could target the Bolnar hit for Medic, then I think I would have, maybe considered that line a little bit more. But yeah, and like even Lawful Dog has the best possible hand here aside from composting, and it just can't get through Dunk Tank or Snowfall Guardian.
Oh, this is just way too slow at this point. It's not like you could make a bunch of Annoyatrons, but it doesn't do much.
I mean, you can clear off 2 minions on Justin's side, make a 5 minion board, and just hope. But yeah,
well, the Dunk Tank's there, so it just gets cleared.
Yeah, Dunk Tank's there, Guardian's there. Well,
you have to, I think, wait for a composting.
I mean, I don't think he can afford to at this point. I think that he's just going to lose to the board. Like, I think this is the correct play, but I don't think there's really any sort of out except for doing this and hoping that Justin has to use the Dunk Tank. And yeah, there's just not a realistic situation. All right, so, well, that's pretty good too. I mean, that's also a clear, and that's more efficient than Dunk Tank, so I think we'll just see Brucan. But Justin might want to hold that information since not every single Bolnar Shaman list runs Brucan, but it's popular enough. So,
I don't think you're getting a much of an edge by holding that back. It doesn't really matter too much, though, right?
Yeah, it's splitting hairs at this point.
Yeah.
All right. Whoa. So it looks like Justin's going the Dunk Tank route. Oh, nope. Justin is going to make Lawful Dog suffer.
I think this is a mistake because we're giving them a composting potentially.
It doesn't. The composting doesn't matter, though. Druid can't get back on the board against an 11-14 and 12-12. The reach is just there. Like,
I don't believe that was lethal because the Bolnar couldn't attack because it was frozen.
Right, but you have the Dunk Tank to clear up a composting board. It's still good over 2 turns. The Druid is no more rush. Yeah,
I don't think the composting is enough.
Yeah, it's probably extended BM. I think we can leave it at that. Let's see. So Justin's Shaman gets through the Druid. So do we think that Bolnar Shaman really suggests anything else about Justin's lineup?
No, I mean we saw he's clearly he knows that the druid out of Lawful Dog probably has to be a slower strategy, and I think he's kind of punishing that here. I think the hunter is probably going to be a quest hunter, and I think that the priest, with a good hand, can absolutely dismantle that druid deck. I don't think the druid can do anything unfair enough against a big turn 4 explosion.
Absolutely. And, that's the reason to play Miracle Priest. So let's see which priest it is. And, it's Boars.
Or priest? I
I
don't know about this one. I don't
think
like
it'll
this
work.
choice.
I don't think it's optimal, but I think it'll work.
A lot of times these particular priest builds do have the new Duskbreaker in them,
Yes.
the 4/4 dragon, and with that in mind, yeah, you could probably just clear the druid board and win. I think this is a bit of a gamble though, because if there was a slower druid, and people do love slow druids in this meta, this priest deck would have a really bad time. So I guess it's a good read on Justin's part for sure.
I can say honestly that I'm not even familiar enough with Boar Priest to know if it's faster or slower than Druid. I'd hope it's slower.
No, the combo is super slow. It's painfully slow. But the fact that it has the good AoE tools of Priest will, I think, give it enough of a chance here.
Well, this is a great hand from Justin, and good hand from Lawful Dog as well. But
yeah, I think we know that we saw last game. It really just takes one clear to beat this Druid deck. And that Zyrella looks like one clear.
Yeah. If they find the composting, there's definitely more of a game, but repeated clears, like the Zyrella Condemn just seems to be enough.
Justin says he brought this deck only because he's on stream, and he wanted to make the stream have a fun time. So we all appreciate it. Thank you, Justin, for entertaining us.
Well,
we see Drekthar again from Lawful Dog. He's certainly hitting the good cards.
Yeah. Yeah, this matchup, though, I think it's composting or bust. Like, even Drekthar just doesn't really do it into Zyrella.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, double boar. We're on the board. Yeah.
Yes. I think part of this, too, we do see there's a warrior. I don't know if the boar combo is particularly... Like, I question if it can even get there against Control Warrior, but maybe.
Well, I think, though, if you connect with the weapon once...
It's probably enough, yeah.
Yeah, just
you can't ever do anything.
You can discover your way out of the jam. But yeah, I think Justin's trying to decide if the double boar is correct, and well,
you could play an insight as well. Insight is fine.
Yeah, giving another Trog though just seems kind of tough.
Wow, he just wants the health.
I like the heal personally. Like I think heals or boars are both fine choices, but yeah, the insight. I think I would need to have a little more insight about what's even in the deck. Yeah.
Yeah, this Trog's actually huge.
Yeah, I think palm reading here maybe. Look for Desperate Prayer, look for Renew, Flash Heal.
I would take a Silence, even. The tradable Silence is probably good.
Yep.
What are we here?
Shard of Benaru.
I don't think giving him a 1/2 is a big deal here. I would have liked to discount these insights.
I agree with that. Like, I think though that, yeah, I don't
play
Justin's.
Justin's drawn both of his boars in a Zyrella, so presumably these insights would have picked up a Duskbreaker, right?
Maybe not. There might be no other minions.
You think he's not playing the AoE dragon? It's possible.
Yeah, I just don't know. And I don't love this play from Lawful Dog. I think slamming the Drekthar was definitely correct.
It's certainly conservative.
Right, but let's do some math, right? We have 13 plus 6. It is enough, but any heal from Justin can get him out of this. Condemn heal face is probably just the play. Like,
I think we need to play this palm reading now. It's gone on too long.
You still get the condemn afterwards. I think Gift of the Naru.
Oh, that's good.
I mean, I think you just take the gift, but set up another clear for next turn. Well, you're still leaving 2 Trogs in play with death, which is fine. He could do that.
The big minion is very big.
Yeah, so we'll go with this. We'll see. We'll see the death here, and you just can't coin either. It still doesn't get around Arbor Up. I think
Yeah,
that's sort of
Arbor Up would be lethal.
I think that's my main issue with this line is that it doesn't really actually change the clock if they have the one card that kills you. Because even though that Trog is big, it's not really a threat without the Arbor Up to follow it up.
My concern is that there's no plan in place to ever really deal with that giant minion. Like, it's just going to keep making one-twos the whole game.
Zyrella is a perfectly valid plan to deal with a giant minion, but I guess it depends more on what's in the deck. Yep.
I mean, maybe the Thrive picks up a big heal sometimes.
Yeah, well, if he had taken Gift, right, he would have Gift, Cleric, Zyrella, and could Cleric Desperate Prayer or another out. So I think he would have had it, but hard to say, because he would have probably just Og Merchanted that anyway, so he would have had to have used the coin. So, yeah, I think Justin has a lot to think about this turn, but we'll probably just see Condemn, Hero Power, and Cleric. But yeah, lots of cool decisions. I like the Insight first. We'll see if there is a dragon in the deck. And it's another Cleric. So this is a good setup here for Justin. So these Clerics can fish for whatever he needs, and he can clear off most of the pressure. I think this should do it for him. Shard, Devour. Devour seems excellent.
Yeah, I mean, both of these are great choices. The Devour lets you save a clear.
Yep.
Shard lets you deal with the Trogs. So
yeah.
Either way, or potentially a landscaping in the future if you wanted to hold it.
Yep. So we'll see the Shard Condemn. I like the look, but Justin doesn't seem to.
I'm not sure what he was upset about. That seemed pretty clean.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. Big board here. Waffle Dog will go all in, and I think it's the right choice. If Justin finds any healing, though,
this is the last.
And that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
That's a wrap. Renew Coin Zyrella will do the job.
I think you can just renew Zyrella Insight. You can trade the 1/2, right?
Yep.
So
you can do it. You can do anything you want, but I don't think the coin has too much value for this deck. But yeah, I think your line is just as valid.
Flash heal, sure.
Flash heal, Call the Grave, Initiation. Even they're all pretty good.
I think that if we ever wanted to do the board combo, Call of the Grave could potentially disrupt our game plan.
Well, yeah. I
don't know that we care, right?
I think Justin's going to go with maybe your line, and I don't know if he'll hold Lawful Dog prisoner until we can get all these boars done and assemble the sword.
I don't think he wants to hold him prisoner, but the reality is that he may end up doing it anyway because.
Oh, he's going to show off the boar.
There we go.
Good job, Justin. Look at that played win rate.
Yeah. Well played by Lawful Dog to concede there, because I think that it would have been another 8 turns for Justin to kill him.
Yep.
But just ending the game now is nice.
Yeah. So
we still don't know the answer if there was a Duskbreaker in that priest deck. I would like to ask him that after the match if possible. But
yeah, we'll see. And I think that if Justin's bringing a Quest Hunter, there are good odds that we find out.
Mm-hmm.
So
you could play Beast Hunter as well. We've seen this lineup is pretty good into Warrior, right? With the Bolnar OTK rather than a burn. That improves the strength against a slower Warrior strategy. And we've seen the Boar Priest, obviously, probably good into Control Warrior. So I would not be surprised by a Beast Hunter here to complete that target strategy.
Yeah. I think, though, that just maybe having the read on the Druid a little bit with all those clears in the Boar Priest, I might expect that we see the Quest Hunter with Tavish. That's my pick, but we'll see.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that the Quest Hunter is the optimal choice. I think that the Beast Hunter is a fun choice for stream that, given the already evident mentality of playing for stream entertainment, that Justin might connect with that deck.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. What do we got? And it is the Beast. You've got this one.
Justin is doing his best to entertain us tonight, and we're all grateful for it.
Well, entertainment or not, though, I think that the Beast Hunter is, like you said, pretty solid against Warrior and even Druid, but we'll see.
I think this one is going to go Lawful's way, finally. I think that...
Lawful's hit the Drekthar every game, and Justin has 2 Spring the Traps and an Explosive, so, both players are just firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, Explosive Trap is probably at its best against Druid.
Yeah, and this Freezing Trap could potentially be pretty brutal. But yeah, that's a good Freezing Trap.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can't respect Freezing Trap ever, right? You, in this spot, no way.
No, who knows what secret it is.
Yeah, because you'd have to assume... I don't know. Maybe Ice, maybe... I just don't know. The deck would play Freezing, but I just don't know if you can afford to give up the 3 damage.
Mm-hmm.
But you can really dump the hand here if you're Lawful Dog. Test for Explosive. That's cost a ton of tempo. And yeah.
He's taking his time here. I think this is a good choice because the Freezing Trap is maybe too painful, right?
Well, we'll see. Yeah, we'll see Coin Spring the Trap, though, I'm sure. Just keep the pressure on, telegraph the freeze, make the Drekthar come out into Explosive.
I think that's a good choice.
Yeah, this is so strange because in a matchup that would feel normally really good for Druid, I think that Justin has, hit exactly what he's looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, so we'll see the coin.
Could also play Rifle and just set it up. Maybe you don't swing. But I think that the Spring the Trap, it's unlikely to be honorable killing all that often. I think sometimes you just accept that it's only going to get 1 secret.
Yeah, and that's perfect. And since you already have the one you want most out right now, ooh. All right, so we have
This is awkward because that Freezing Trap's going to trigger first.
Yep. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I don't think that was the best look from Justin there.
He wants to save the coin, as I'm guessing the origin of that line.
Yeah,
he's thinking,
bear.
Yeah, bear or another large beast.
Mm-hmm. Well, the Spring the Trap is active now, and oh boy, Coin Tavish is also incredible. I think that's a little bit of a misplay there from Justin.
We shouldn't have killed that minion. We should have killed the one that gets buffed by Augur Merchant.
With Chiz in hand.
Yeah.
But,
playing a little too fast, but understandable.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, I think that attacking or playing... Yeah, I think it's probably attack first. I like this look here. And then we'll probably see Razormane, Annoyotron. Oh, just Arbor up. Okay, a little bit of a risk, but...
It pushes a lot of damage, right?
It does. Well, this Coin Tavish, though, is really going to pay off for Justin here if he can hit the Explosive Trap. Given that we know what's in Lawful Dog's hand.
That Arbor up, I don't know if there's a the Ice Trap in this Hunter deck, but that would have been really bad actually to get the Arbor up Ice Trapped.
It was just a really risky choice, but
these are terrible. These are really bad.
Improved pack tactics is one you want to see, just not right now. And then no Explosive.
He's dead.
Wow, poor Justin. I think he let this one get away from him with the choice to go for that Explosive Trap earlier, but.
Yeah, I think that was a big mistake, but it's certainly RNG not going his way at all with the secrets here. If he'd pulled the Ice Trap or an Explosive Trap here, the game would be looking very different.
Yeah, but it is not over, though. Notably, well, I guess that...
No, it's very over.
Well, Lawful Dog might get confused here. Might have to assume he has it, but I think that doing this and testing just always wins, so yeah, that's it. All right, and we'll be moving on to Game 4. I think that Spring the Trap on turn 3 would have made all the difference, but tough.
Unless he had another defensive secret, yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
He needed I like a freezing trap
Freezing
there.
plus explosive, yeah. Yep.
And again, we saw him being punished for not killing the other 2/3, right? Because that one ended up being an extra 2 damage that
Yes.
would have represented lethal through the upgraded explosive trap.
Yep, exactly. So
No, there's warriors still. Unless it's like pirate warrior, I think that the beast warrior will be fine.
Beast Druid, I think, is very good into Pirate Warrior, but we'll see.
It's okay. I think it depends on like Vandar or something to happen because the pirate warrior can get a very fast start sometimes. But
yeah, if you can get to the mountain bear with the pack tactics, though, Pirate Warrior basically can't win.
Yeah, the late game certainly is Hunter favored. I think that if they get there, it's probably over.
Yeah. Because, like, Mountain Bear being at 6 health is so good against Pirate Warrior just because there's not usually a clean way to kill it without attacking it. So, it's interesting. But here, we're not seeing the pirates. It looks like it is just a traditional control warrior.
Yep. We don't know if there's potentially pirates in here. Probably not.
Yeah, I think we will probably see either the Kazakusan combo or Kazakusan or Galvangar combo.
Yeah, sorry, that's yeah.
All right. Bulwark, not really the card Lawful Dog's looking for.
I'm gonna guess Sword on the board is typically a Kazakusan list warrior, so I think that's what we should expect.
I think that's a good assumption.
I don't think there will be a pirate OTK, although the pirates are going to be bad into Mountain Bear anyway, so maybe that was fine.
Yep. Oh, we got the zoo. All right. See the rifle, probably go looking for a pack tactics.
Yeah, I don't think we want the warrior to get their armor too high either, anyway, so either hero power secret or just the rifle, either one.
Yeah, I think Justin's probably thinking about whether he wants to go for this petting zoo eventually or just try to wait and go with the slower mountain bear plan. Right?
Yeah. Ice trap is not bad.
Ice trap with the coin still in hand, though. I don't.
Well, I feel like it's the most relevant of bad options because Snake is going to pollute your beast pool, and freezing trap probably not relevant.
Yeah, it's in your hand, which is like the part that makes it awkward. But I would still probably think about taking it to maybe give myself better odds next turn. So we'll see now if Lawful Dog chooses to pop Ice Trap, and he does not. So I think this worked out pretty well for Justin. He got the best of both worlds.
I think at the very least, this Ice Trap is going to slow down Kazaku-san by a turn. Like, worst case scenario. It at least does that. So absolutely. It's fine.
So we'll see pack tactics. I don't know about that this turn. I think that you really want to save pack tactics for Mountain Bear. But
yeah, it feels too early.
With all this removal,
I like the hero power. We don't.
Yeah, and then getting a trap down to ensure that your rifle hits the good stuff might be nice.
Sure.
Yep. All right, we'll wait.
It's actually not swinging. Okay.
Yeah, but Lawful Dog's got a real clunky hand. The other side, just nothing going on. No way to really discount those cutting classes, and I think we probably just see the coin. Maybe a Blade Storm?
Yeah, I think Justin's being very careful here. The reason for that particular turn was that he doesn't want to play this petting zoo because of Revive Pet, right? We talked with the Snake Trap about not polluting your beast pool. And I think the Striders are beasts. I'm not confident on that.
They absolutely are. So I think that your read on that is exactly right.
And maybe that's why he's not swinging either. He just doesn't really care for the secrets right now. Just play the ones we've got.
Yeah.
This is a terrible hand from Lawful Dog, though. None of these cards do anything right now. I'd almost just play the Bulwark. Just get it out of the hand. It's like never going to be that good anyway. So if it soaks up a few hero powers.
I mean, the Bulwark is really great later, but we'll see. And then there's the punish. Has to use the
Oh,
coin anyway. So
he can't afford to mill Kazaku-san, right? So that's
no.
the downside there. Like, maybe we could have saved that coin
Yeah,
if we'd done something different the turn on
Ooh.
turn.
Lots of decent choices here.
Yeah,
Probably the jewel. Yeah.
we can do pack tactics here before this mountain bear, and then
Mhm.
maybe we get a second one with the jewel.
Yeah, I think I'd like swing first to see if you hit a pack tactics or explosive trap swing, just to try to generate one from outside the game. I
Sure.
like that option a lot because I think explosive trap attack hero power could make sense. Justin could also hold the rifle. I think it's perfectly reasonable to expect no Viper on Lawful Dog's side.
Well, you can't play a Viper in Kazaku-san.
Well,
It can be the pirate list.
You can play a Viper. You just can't play Kazakusan until you draw it.
Yeah.
So I know that I have seen versions that have run Utinous and Kazakusan together, and it seems to work okay. But I think in Legacy, it is never a good idea to make assumptions before you need to. And we see the zoo.
We gave up on our petting thing, huh?
Yeah, I think that's a strange play to, find the pack tactics first. Maybe assuming Lawful Dog has no weapon based on the fact that we didn't see an Outrider's axe come down.
Right. I just feel like we ruined our resurrection pool, and I'm really upset about that.
Well, you only can take one. They only take one spot in the pool.
That's true. That's true. But the bear will be another half. You're not going to take the 2/4 off of it, right? So
no, but
potentially
you get at least one good hit, and that's for a 3-mana card to get a 7+ drop. I don't think you're ever unhappy. We might start to worry though once we see the tarantulas come down in those death rattles. Then it becomes a problem later, though.
Right. As more and more things get played, we lose options.
Yeah.
So it potentially could go wrong, but it's okay.
Yeah. I think though that Justin also could have been looking to bait the Blade Storm that he knew was in hand there, and then set up the bear and make it more likely that Lawful Dog needs to use an attack. But so that mind game's possible. See the axe come down, and
I'm not sure what this does.
Yeah, well,
it's kind of bad.
Gives the bear a turn to hit, but
we're gonna play this Leorox and get him with the King Crush, I think.
Oh, that's a good draw. That's a really good draw.
We could get some animal companions too, yeah.
Yeah, an animal companion, an improved ice trap. Lots of stuff you can do to make the life miserable here. I think you got to think
improved pack tactics isn't bad either.
It's really good, but I think if you're going to companion, I would prioritize the improved ice trap with the pack tactics down. I wouldn't be too greedy.
Improved ice trap is insanely good, so.
Yes. Especially just in this situation where we know that Lawful Dog has like a dearth of good cheap spells, and he took the ice trap and still gets his pack tactics. So
yep.
And then we're gonna see maybe some more pigs. Nope, it's a Misha.
Ooh, that's really bad.
Tough roll, but
see, now we've got Mishas in the pool because he can hit that with the axe if he wanted to.
He could, but I think now that the Tavish is here and going to be making an animal companion every turn,
we have Hero Power, Sword and Board, Shield Slam, and Blade Storm. If we could theoretically, the Ice Trap is going to put a stop to that, but theoretically that was the line.
Yeah. Yeah, I just think though that making an animal companion repeatedly is just going to be really good here. And
okay, this works as well.
This clears the board, but notably, Lawful Dog doesn't get a draw off of this line. Well, he'll have to use a cutting class to do it, and everything's still in play. We could even see the King Crush maybe come down next turn, but Blade Storm can answer that. I think Justin will just take it slow, and we'll be making lots of Huffers.
Yeah, we could play. I think Ickman or Leorox might be coming down here.
Yeah,
I don't think we want to let the board fall apart. If we just play a pet and get a Huffer, and that's the whole turn, it's not great because then the warrior gets to play Kazaku-san without much pressure behind that. So I would prefer playing something higher pressure.
Yeah, Ikman's fine. Leorok's only is King Crush, so not the best. And, well, there's the pressure. I think, though, it kind of has to be the Kazaku-san turn, right? Because it doesn't get any easier from here.
It doesn't, right? But
All right, and let's see how the Kazaku-san does.
Silence and Destroy is going to be important.
Staff of Scales
is good. It's good.
Spyglass, I guess. Maybe Blade of Quel'Dalar, calculated risk, but
I don't think Spyglass does much against Hunter. You're just going to get a trap.
well, you could get King Crush, maybe. I don't know.
I don't think you want to pay 7 mana for King Crush and Warrior.
Well, you need some ways to end the game, but looks like Lawful Dog did not find one.
These have been bad. Holy Book's good.
Holy Book is actually pretty game-winning if you can stick it, but there still is a bit of a journey to get there.
Notably, there were no AoEs in that, besides Scales. There was no Book of the Dead, and there was no Silence and Destroy, which are really the 2 key cards I think Warrior wanted to find here.
Definitely. And there is a freezing trap down too, so I'm guessing we're just going to see Justin push some face damage here.
Right.
Maybe revive pet, explosive, make a companion. We could see Leorok's companion as well, just for tempo.
Yeah, I think those are the Leorax only gets better if we draw another beast.
Mm-hmm.
Revive pet doesn't really get that much better.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, the greed is if you can get King Crush down, but Mountain Bear, pretty
We've
nice.
lost so many beasts at this point. I don't think we're getting King Crush that reliably.
It's not. It's still pretty good odds because we'll have seen. It's almost because it's about 50-50 at this point. I guess 3 and 7 if they kill the teacher's pet and the subsequent beast that gets summoned. So
yeah, it's pretty close to 50-50. You're right.
Yeah, because even when
Scales is that's the perfect card here.
Yeah, it's still Staff of Scales is not good here. It's it
was by far the best of the bad options in terms of, like, Canopic Jars wasn't going to do much. So
yeah, I think Holy Book was the best draw. Just
Holy Book was really good on the bear.
Yeah, Holy Book the bear, but like if you Staff of Scales and you're giving 2 more teacher's pets or 3 more teacher's pets or 3 more mountain bears, that's pretty ugly. And with the removal that we know Lawful Dog has available, it's just not going to work out. Oh, is he going to re-roll? No.
You're dead. You can't do that.
Yeah, eventually, maybe, but now the staff isn't so bad. But the staff's the same, really. It's just
brawling.
I mean, you got to staff, clear a bunch. Yeah.
We can brawl in Bladestorm, right? You gotta hope that the teacher's pet gives something.
No, the
small.
Huffer lived. Oh no!
Gosh. Oh yeah, this is a disaster. Okay.
How much? It's not enough. King Crush will do it. All right. Yeah. Oh man, wait, no, is Justin gonna do it?
Oh wait, it's 50. No, it's lethal.
Is it deterministic?
Is it?
Okay. No.
It's not. I thought it was order.
Justin. Well. Wow. Assuming that the cards do what they say, that's a bold statement there.
I thought for sure that would work. I thought it was ordered.
Nah, I will never trust a Blizzard game unless I know for sure. Same.
Yeah, I mean, the crush is good. It was going to win there.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's an out now.
Yeah, we can staff into Bulwark.
Well, staff
Bulwark.
Let me
get there.
Staff Bulwark's the out for nerds. Staff into Jars was the real out that I wanted to see. That could have really been something.
This is the out where you assume that they don't have King Crush because it would have been lethal.
Yeah, but still good enough. Well, now Justin has 2 coins though, so we're definitely going to see the Huffer roll first. I would expect. Oh nope. He's just gonna wrap
He's
it
just
up.
gonna win the game. Okay.
All right.
I'm always good for one of these. It's always good for one missed game a series.
Yep.
That was the one we didn't want to miss. That was the good one. So I'm sorry. But they really talked through the game well.
Oh, did we missed it again on stream?
I forgot to switch over. I swallowed water the wrong way right before the match. So I forgot to switch it over. But you guys talked through it pretty well. Although it was I always do this. Yeah, Justin's gonna come in for an interview. And we will do that.
Okay.
All right.
So we will give Justin a moment, and there he is. Hello, and
Hey.
congratulations on the W.
Thanks.
Yeah. Thanks for entertaining us. I think we all appreciated the fun and interesting decks here. So
I brought
Well done.
bad decks. I showed up drunk. I played poorly. But luck was on my side. Plus QRNG and matchups.
Well, I think you had a very good. We were talking about before the match how easy it is to just pin that warrior down in closed list because the class just doesn't have a lot of good options outside of control, and there's certainly not hard to build 4 decks that can beat control warrior when you can play all the greed you want. So well done there with the. I think the beast hunter and the priest was a good plan with the infinite damage shaman. So
I guess. Yeah. I mean, bringing 4 priest is pretty risky. It's like 85-15 into control warrior, but it kind of doesn't ever beat quest warrior. So
Yeah.
I just took out all the boar cards pretty much and put an AoE to try to cope into fast druids. And sure
did you
enough,
have
that's
the
matchup I got.
Did you have the new Duskbreaker in there? We were talking about if you might insight
No.
for that.
I cut
Okay.
that. I didn't have. I drew all the minions I had in my deck. I put in 2 copies of the needle, the weapon though. That card's sick. I didn't draw it. I was so sad. I pitched boar in the bowl, even though it's the highest win rate card than whatever other lists there are on HS Reflex. I'm like, I don't need this card. Just let me play Control Priest. Give me the needle. But I didn't find it, but I found other stuff, made it work. The discovered shower death off palm reading was disgusting, and then he didn't have composting to refill, and then even though I really messed up the first clear turn with the condemn, I just didn't notice the shower devour as one of the options. So I used more resources than I should have and gave myself a smaller board. And he had the refill with Drexar, but never punish renew off the top.
Yep.
I did have 2 shots at it in fairness off the 1 cost Thrive and the 1 cost whatchamacallit.
I think you actually had a ton of options for how you wanted to approach those early
and
turns
I
with
could have
priest.
also just hero powered and done the Zarella, but it almost got punished for my misplay. If I'd lost that one at that point because I chose to make a small board and leave myself with no removal rather than making a big board and leave myself with bountiful removal, that would have been sad. But hey, board priest got there, and I even played a boar right before the game ended.
Yeah,
Let's go.
the board was
It was
great.
the intimidation tactics.
Of course.
Yeah. You see a board, you gotta concede. That's just how it is.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Yep.
Oh, I was so sad I didn't get to play the druid. I put so many bad cards in it. They nerfed Kazakus, right?
Yeah,
so
they
you don't want
nerfed
to get Locust
Kazakus.
enough. So I was playing it a little bit, and before you were 46% to get any given card in the pool of 25 or 27 treasures over the 5 discovers. Now you're 48%. But the I win cards against Control Warrior were Locust, Wax Rager, and Embers normally, so it kind of took away one of them. I mean, there's other combinations that are good as well. You can kind of run them out of removal. Our Boombox is also really strong, but there's sometimes where you just whiff. So I'm like, whoa, what if you had 2 Kazakuses? What if I run Ironbark plus Spike Shell?
Hey,
Yeah, the 200 IQ line is to put the AOE the new Defile 5-drop in the warrior so that you can
spammy.
clear the Wax Ragers. Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen that interaction. But yeah, I was sad I didn't
How does
get
that
to
work?
play two Kazakhstan Druid, and it can even be 3 with Solar.
yeah, Moonlit Guidance, Solar. You have a lot of ways to get more than one.
You were asking about the interaction. It's because both of them trigger like 40 times or something, and
It's
they
capped
just
at 10.
they just resolve it
Oh,
ahead of time. It doesn't keep going.
oh,
Yeah, except it resolves with Wax Rager destroyed for some reason, but
Yeah.
Wax Rager has a cap at 10.
oh.
Very strange, but
That's
it is what
weird.
it is.
I've never had to.
Yeah, apparently
that
it's a
many
cute
Wax
thing
Ragers.
that they like hard code for duels, and now it's like, oh, it's unconstructed now too.
Yeah, because I know they upped the Blade Storm cap to 50 for Ivis.
Yeah.
But well, so much for that.
It'd be funny if Bladestorm just didn't kill Ivis, but if you had 20 mana.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't for a while. It just capped at 30 and Ivis would live. That's why they actually made the change. I'm sure some people were thrilled about that result.
Mhm.
Okay, anyways, Danka's dad, I must profess my admiration for you, and I saw the VOD of your final match, the Legacy season versus Nails, so I hope to deliver. I don't think I could deliver quite the same level of content, but I hope to give it a good try, because holy crap, those were some decks. I was so sad you lost. I was good for you.
Yeah, that one,
The Warrior had the 36 too early before the
he had the 50. He had the full 54. He needed all of it.
Oh, you had
but
the 54. Oh, no.
But that was a
Were
blast
you-
of a match. I think that Nails pulling that partner studies was like so brilliant, but also he needed exactly partner studies, and I've never seen that card be good otherwise.
The DH was really, really funny. I mean, some Control Warlocks beat Control Warrior by going like Tamsin's Phylactery and killing them with 1,000,000 damage throughout. Others beat them by playing Tamsin's Phylactery with Morg Forge Fiend and out tanking a ton of armor. They
Hey,
are not the same.
Yeah, we do it how we do it.
I've been playing Phylactery in my Quest Warlock deck with Loot Hoarder, and you can draw like 30 cards. It's pretty
Yeah.
fun.
I know that like when I saw the card, my first thought was like Phylactery Thalnos is like another way to push in Quest, but turns out that the Owl is in fact good enough, and Rude Mithril Rod is a crazy card even at 5 mana.
Right. I mean, like having all those cheap cards makes killing your own 7-drop as your turn like a lot more like doable.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a fun match to watch. Honestly, thank you to you and Lawful Dog for playing on stream for us.
Yeah. I mean, if I lost that last match after missing lethal, if he'd had like wand into armor gain, then well, guess I'm not winning the series against his rogue, which presumably is good into Ickman Hunter, because every single rogue is good into Ickman Hunter. That would have been quite a way to end the series, but
Yeah.
no justice, never punished.
Awesome. Well, good luck in the rest of playoffs, and hopefully you guys will do some more just winning.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Thanks for coming. This was a fun series.
Definitely. So we have no more matches for you tonight, and especially because it's 11 p.m. my time on the East Coast. Certainly will not have anything else tonight, but tomorrow night we do not have any matches. Saku has already said there is no Friday night fights, which is unfortunate. So I think the next confirmed stream is like Sunday. Maybe there will be Saturday matches.
EU tournament.
Oh, EU tournament Saturday, 1 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. GMT. There will be an EU Hearthstone tournament from THL. So that'll be the next stream. I forgot about that. Thank you for reminding me.
I'll be casting that. So
you will be, yeah.
looking forward to it.
That's great, for sure.
hopefully the off season isn't too long, or we'll find some just show matches or something to cast because
Sure, we
content
have.
is fun. So
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
content's super fun, and on Sunday night there will be matches on Sunday Showdown. So, we'll just be on the lookout for that. And I'm guessing at this point that we're gonna get that final leg is that match between the 5 seed match from Skirt versus Kotamora.
Be a good tilt.
Because it's gonna this series is now a best of 3 with Chewy winning and Justin winning. So of course everybody, and I'm sorry for everybody in chat, especially to those who are on Chaos Theory or on Just Win, that I screwed up the final game and didn't get to show it.
Oh no, it's fine. No one wanted to see me miss lethal. Practical.
Oh no. But just know that Justin 50-50 to a Leorix, and it didn't pull the King Crush, unfortunately. But he got there anyways. So yeah. That's gonna do it for our stream tonight. Thank you, Heat Shock, and thank you, staff, for casting. It was a pleasure, and we will be back hopefully next week with more matches. As there becomes less and less matches, sometimes gets harder and harder to find people who are playing on very specific days and everything. But we will do our best. We will see you all on Saturday morning for EU tournament. Until then, have a fantastic rest of your evening, everyone.
Have a good night, everyone.
have a
Thanks
good
for
night.
watching.